Morning, friends. I hope you're well today. I'm good myself. Today's video is going to be about worries about dementia versus ADHD. I have ADHD. I was diagnosed later in life. I'm 67 now, and once you get older, or when you're younger, like when I was younger, everything was because I was fat. If I went to the doctor, oh, it's just because you're fat, lose weight. Now it's, well, now that you're old, this problem, that problem. So everything is aging. Well, with ADHD, I have a bad memory problem. I have a terrible memory. My whole life, I have said, I have a 2-second memory. I've said my whole life, I said, we're never going to know if I get dementia because of my 2-second memory. Whoops. Sorry, I bumped the camera or the table. Anyway, I had this 2-second memory, and lately, because when I'm stressed and I have a lot on my mind, I'm even worse. My ADHD goes crazy, and I have a half a second memory. So I've now that I'm older, I keep worrying people are gonna think I have dementia, and it is something that you worry about when you get older. And they do the tests when you see the doctors or nurses. Sometimes they do the little tests to check for dementia. I work very hard to pass those. They tell you 3 words, and then they talk to you about other stuff, and then they come back 5 minutes later and ask you what the 3 words were. It's like, who could do that when they were 10 or 20 or 50 or I'm like, are you crazy? Remember something you said 5 minutes later? I can't even remember it. Like I said, a half a second now. You could say something to me and I could instantly forget it, instantly. So I do feel the need to always say that's normal for me, kind of thing, because I'm self-conscious about my poor memory. I'm self-conscious about forgetting what I'm talking about. Like here, I have a hard time even remembering what I'm talking about when I'm making these videos. And I have that thing, that when they say you forgot why you walk into a room, you forget why you went into a room. Well, I have that. Or the one that happens most common with me is I walk into a room to do something or get something. I will go around the room and I'll do like 20 things, and I will go back to my bedroom, and then I will not have done the thing I went into the room for. But it's a constant, I forget halfway through a sentence what I'm talking about. I sound like an idiot so much of the time to people. I'll be in the middle of telling an important story or an unimportant story. I forget the point of the story. I forget the whole story. So many times I'll have to say, why was I telling you that? And the other person doesn't know because they can't follow what the fuck I was talking about in the first place, because I'm on 20 subjects, that kind of thing. So I do worry about coming across as having dementia, as far as in speech, forgetting that or forgetting things. But I've also done stupid shit my whole life. I have the ADHD thing, very, very clumsy, because I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. So I'm very clumsy. I constantly knock things down. I constantly lose things. I have to do things very specific in very specific orders, or I cannot function. Like when I had a car, my car keys had to be in my left coat pocket, because or if it was summer, they had to be in a specific spot in my purse, because otherwise, God knows where they would. Who knows where they would be? I wouldn't know where they were. I'd have no memory of what I did with them, and I would do weird stuff with them. Although I can say I have never found my keys in my refrigerator. I've never had that happen. And I suppose that day's coming. I don't know. I do have one of my sisters, because I've expressed worry about it, because like, oh, what if I'm getting dementia? And she says, well, if you're worrying or wondering that you have it, you don't have it, because people who have dementia don't worry about it or think they have it. And I'm like, oh, then I guess I don't have it yet, or that kind of thing, because they don't worry about something being wrong. But I have had concerns. Like I said, lately I've been really stressed and had a lot on my mind. So my ADHD symptoms have been really accelerated. And that had me really going, what the heck is wrong with me? And I had to realize, it's your ADHD is malfunctioning or overfunctioning. I don't know which that you would call it. But what I have figured out is that the most I can do about any of this really is the big four things I can do to, one, control my ADHD symptoms, which increases all of these problems: the memory, the clumsiness, the everything gets exacerbated by stress or by not doing self-care. So if I do the four things: proper diet, which is no empty sugars for me, and get exercise and get enough sleep and get enough sunlight, um, then I can control my ADHD symptoms better. Particularly if you can get, the more active you get and the more sleep you get, that really helps ADHD a lot. And like I said, the food, because ADHD people do have, most of them probably have sugar sensitivities. We have certain diet needs that we need to be aware of and to be careful about. And so you can reduce symptoms. So then my paying attention can get better, my memory can get better, things get better if I get myself as under control as I'm able to. And through those four things, I can do that. And then maybe the most important one is learning to manage stress. And that's the one I'm still trying to find an answer to, because I have not learned how to meditate. I was told again this week, you need to learn to meditate. You need to learn to relax. You need to learn to be calm, or I don't know how the hell you relax or meditate or things like that, because it's crazy in the head and the world is crazy. I don't know. I don't know how the heck you do that, but I need to learn, because there's a lot of benefits you can get it. And one of them is, if you can control stress, then the brain isn't going as crazy, and then the ADHD isn't going as crazy, and then my symptoms aren't as bad, and then I won't look like I have some form of Alzheimer's or dementia going on. But as an older person, I do worry about that, because it's like, how am I going to tell, or how is anybody going to tell? They're going to think I have dementia, and I'll be like, no, I've always been like that. I had been that way since I was 5 years old. So, well, rather than ramble on, I'm going to cut this off and hopefully shared something of value with you. If you have any additional suggestions or ideas on how to control the ADHD symptoms without medication, then or even with medication, these things will help. The diet, the exercise, the sleep, all those things help ADHD. Most of us ADHD people do the opposite. We like to stay up too late and not get enough sleep. We like to go crazy, but unfortunately it does make us crazier, that kind of thing. So thank you for tuning in. I will see you the next time. Have a great weekend. Bye.